welcoming us into the community. My name is Robert Gutierrez. I'm the executive director for the new community. And let's see, we have Melina. She's one of our sales directors. She's here. Tammy San Pedro is another sales director who has had to run back to our sales office. Krista Salazar is a sales director. She's off today. And then Renee Sandoval, our maintenance director, is running around here as well. The joys of new construction. It's been quite a journey. I've been with Clearwater for almost 4 months now, and it's been an amazing experience. Things are really starting to ramp up. I'll say more words about our community as we get into it. So I want this to be as informal as possible. If you guys have questions about anything, please just let me know. So I want to give you a bit of background on our company. We're a new name into the area, into Glendora, and also in the industry. So Clearwater was founded in 2011 by our CEO, Tony Ferrero, who is a developer, spent close to 30 years developing communities, residential and commercial. And Danielle Morgan is our president. She came out of a CCRC environment. She has over 20 years experience. And so our company is very much in a growth mode. We're a smaller player. There's plenty of other companies that are very large, like Brookdale, Atria, Sunrise. We're a smaller company. Currently, we have 9 communities that are in operation, and that's in 3 states. So most of our communities are in California. We just acquired 4 communities in Arizona. Actually, just yesterday, we closed escrow on those communities. We have 1 building in Nevada. And then we have, including Glendora, we have 1 other building in Newport Beach that's under construction. So it's really fun and exciting time for the company as it really hits its growth phase. So I'm on the Introducing Clearwater at Glendora page now, and I'm super excited. You can see our facade of what's to come. So this is an assisted living. It's memory support and respite. Assisted living means that, well, I'm going to hold off because that's one of the myths I'll get to in a minute on exactly what we do. So we're going to end up with 117 apartments. We're going to have 88 apartments within our assisted living, and we'll have 29 apartments within our memory support. We have 3 styles of apartments. We have studios, 1 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms. We have our layout boards here where you can see how the rooms lay out between our first and our second floor. And the apartments vary in size. Our studios start off at about 400 square feet and go up from there. This apartment we're in now is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. It's one of our largest apartments. This is about 1,200 square feet. And right now, because we're in a lease-up mode, there's very much a push to identify early entry depositors. So we're running a number of discounts right now that are upwards of about $10,000 for folks that are interested. So it's definitely a good time now. As we get closer to our opening, pricing will increase and the availability of rooms will decrease. So right now we're scheduled to open in January. I was really hoping, talking to Joe earlier, when I first signed up to do this with the chamber, I was really hoping to be able to take folks into the building to show more of the common space areas. But as new construction goes, we're not quite there. So I estimate by early December, my team will move from our sales office into the space. And then by the middle of December, we'll be doing tours in the building, preparing for a January opening. All right, so dispelling the myths. This is really important because I think education in this space is critical. The aging process is something that is going to touch us all, and for many in the room, it's already front and center. I know for myself, my grandmother worked in a convalescent nursing home in Nebraska. And when I was a kid, I would go and visit her, and it was a very depressing sight. It was an old building, it smelled, it was really hard work, and the residents there just looked so unhappy. It was really unfortunate. So one of the myths that's out there is that assisted living is nursing, which really isn't the case. You know, a nursing home today is a skilled nursing facility. It's a medical environment. This is not. Assisted living is a non-medical environment. We're helping folks with what we call activities of daily living, but for the most part, we'll have residents here that are fully independent, that have no care needs. And then we'll have residents that have more care needs, up to total care. But the idea that this environment here, looking at the building, is what we recall as typical nursing homes, it's just old school. So that's really important. The idea that my mom or dad won't enjoy living in a community really has shifted as well. Clearwater isn't the first to really take a holistic approach to what it means to live in a community. But certainly, I think when we talk about activities and we talk about engagement, there's a lot that we do here that's different than others. So a recent study through, I believe it was A Place for Mom, stated that 75% of residents who live in retirement communities like ours are happy or very happy with the setting. So it doesn't have to be a place where folks go to find unhappiness or depression. I'm unable to leave a community. I get this question all the time. This is not a buy-in community. It's not a CCRC. So basically, residents come here and it's month to month. So we bill them monthly for services, which is primarily the cost of the apartment, which is fully maintained. We pay for all the utilities, all the meals, and all the engagement activities daily. But people come and go. Our residents will go on vacation. They'll have guests that come for extended stays with them. So again, it doesn't have to be a place where people feel confined. We'll have residents here that drive. It's too expensive. I get this one a lot as well. I owned my own home care home health agency in Thousand Oaks for 8 years. And the cost, and that was in 2011, so in roughly 11 years to today, the cost of home care has doubled. It's doubled. I was billing at about $20 an hour for around-the-clock care. Today, that's probably close to $40 an hour. So at home, if you're getting 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, at $40 an hour, that's about $6,000 a month. That doesn't include meals. It doesn't include utilities. So when you start to break down the cost of what it means to live in a community, it can be a better value. There's a wide range in types of communities and what's offered and how they're priced, but that's a misconception that's very important. And the last one, family should care for parents at home. Again, I think this idea that a senior cannot find happiness and fulfillment in a community like ours is just not the case today. This community will operate more like a resort and less like a retirement home. The next slide, 6 dimensions of wellness. This is what brought me to Clearwater. Activities is something that's in every community and has been for many years, but the things that we're doing here across these 6 dimensions are, I would say, more so than what most companies do. So physical activity, obviously exercise, mental stimulation through game, through reading, through conversation, purpose and meaning in life. You know, I'm a big proponent of the Montessori approach. The degree to which we give a resident a role or a purpose is really important. You know, we all want to feel like we're contributing to something, and that's something that we're really focused on at the individual resident level. Environment, getting folks out, getting them into the environments, the outdoors is super healthy for ourselves and the environments and the community. And then nourishment through mind and body. So, you know, we'll work with residents, we'll work with doctors if there are special dietary needs, and help our residents have a fit body and a fit mind.